Breaking news, folks. Jerry Jones just traded away the Dallas Cowboys' best player. Yep, Micah Parsons. Gone. And he didn't go to some random rebuilding team. Nope. He's now rocking green and gold with the Green Bay Packers. The NFL just flipped upside down, and we need to talk about how this happened, what it means, and who just pulled off the biggest heist since Ocean's 11. The trade details. Here's the package. Dallas sends Micah Parsons to Green Bay. In return, the Cowboys get 2 first-round picks and defensive tackle Kenny Clark. Oh, and Parsons gets paid. A 4-year, $188 million extension with $136 million guaranteed. That's $47 million per year, making him the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history. For context, Max Crosby is making $35.5 million a year. TJ Watt is sitting at about $40 million. Parsons just looked at all of them and said, "Hold my Gatorade." But how do you go from a franchise centerpiece to pack your bags, you're heading to Wisconsin? Let's rewind. How we got here. The Cowboys swore up and down that Parsons wasn't going anywhere. Jerry Jones literally laughed at the idea of trading him earlier this summer, and then the contract negotiations went nuclear. Jerry thought he had a handshake deal. Parsons said, "Nah, my agent handles that." Enter David Mulugeta, one of the most aggressive agents in football. What followed was months of finger-pointing, missed practices, and growing tension. Unlike Doc or CeeDee Lamb, Parsons didn't play the waiting game. He wanted out. So Dallas had 2 choices: cave and give him everything he wanted, or trade him. And in true Jerry Jones fashion, he picked chaos. And chaos. That's exactly what the Packers just benefited from. What this means for the Packers. Let's be real, this isn't your old-school Packers who only build through the draft. This is Green Bay swinging big. They now have Micah Parsons lined up next to Rashawn Gary. That's a pass rush duo scarier than a tax audit letter in your mailbox. Throw in Lucas Van Ness, plus a defense that was already trending up under Jeff Hafley, and suddenly the Packers defense has gone from pretty good to, you better double team somebody on every play or your quarterback is dead. And remember, the NFC North just got way more competitive. The Lions are legit. The Bears just handed Caleb Williams the keys. The Vikings? They've got J.J. McCarthy as their future. The Packers had to do something bold to stay in that arms race. Parsons was the answer. Meanwhile, in Dallas, things just got messy. What this means for the Cowboys. Yes, Kenny Clark is a nice piece. He's 29, still a productive interior defensive tackle. And yes, 2 first-round picks give Dallas flexibility. But let's call it what it is. This is a downgrade. Parsons wasn't just their best defensive player, he was their identity. Every offensive coordinator game planned for him. Every quarterback had him circled in film sessions. Take him out, and suddenly this Dallas defense goes from terrifying to pretty good. And those first-rounders? If the Packers are good, those are going to be late picks. Nobody's drafting another Micah Parsons at 28th overall. Not happening. Cowboys fans know it. That's why they're showing up to practice with signs that say, "Fire the GM." That's why Twitter, or sorry, X, is melting down with memes of Jerry Jones as a Scooby-Doo villain. But here's the truth. Jerry owns the team. He doesn't care about your signs or tweets. The only thing that quiets fans in Dallas is winning. And without Parsons, winning just got a whole lot harder. And speaking of harder, things just got personal. Week 4, circle the date. Yep, the Packers and Cowboys play each other in primetime on Sunday Night Football. Parsons in Green Bay colors. Jerry Jones watching from his luxury suite. Dak Prescott trying to avoid getting sacked by the guy who used to be his teammate. That's not just football. That's drama worthy of a Netflix series. If Parsons gets even 1 sack that night, Cowboys Twitter might self-destruct in real time. And if Green Bay wins, we're talking full-on mutiny in Dallas. So the big question, who actually won this deal? Who won the trade? For me, the Packers won today. They're better right now, instantly more dangerous, and a legitimate NFC contender. For Dallas, the only way this pays off is if those picks turn into something huge. Maybe Jerry has his eyes on Arch Manning in a couple years. Maybe they package those picks for a blockbuster move. But today? Today, they lost. You don't trade away your best player when your Super Bowl window is supposedly open. You just don't. The bottom line. So here's where we stand. The Packers now have a 26-year-old superstar entering his prime. The Cowboys have question marks, angry fans, and a whole lot of explaining to do. And the NFLJ